totally forgot to make an advert for a commercial, you'd say, advert here in the UK for Jewel School. Been incredibly busy all day, but I'm here. And if any of you remember, come on in. Or if you see the notification and you're just curious. Because I've had quite a few questions and quite a few people tell me they've found different glasses that I sell. And they are available. Hello, Vi. Hey, Jeanette. Did I catch you at work? I'll tell you what I tell Mary D. Knock twice. Knock twice if you're at work. Let's see. Oh, how about this? The necklace that's on the bus. Sorry, I was weighing it. That's what the scale's out for. Oh, you're at work. We'll be quiet. This is kind of as heavy as it looks. Oh, well, thank you. Tell Haley I said thank you. Well, she'll come in. Well, that was lovely of her. If you like vintage and you like antiques and maybe a little bit of modern thrown here and there, this to me is modern. It's 1970s. And it is, if you can see, yeah, they seem to be magnifiers, don't they? But this is solid sterling. These are sterling, 925. And it's signed Tay. Well, we have lots of shiny here. Lots and lots. Hi, Sharon. I just saw your message. Thank you so much. Is this a beautiful necklace or what? It's all sterling, Sharon, and gilt. You know, which is what they call gold-plated sterling. It's pretty freaking incredible. And it's actually very comfortable to wear. I don't like heavy short. And it's not, let me measure the drop on it. It's not short. It's a new piece. Now, I got it from a dealer who luckily did not know what it was. I'm still curious about the glass myself. And I consider myself pretty knowledgeable when it comes to glass. Let's find a tape measure, shall we? Okay. Oh, my office. It is a mess. Guilt when you buy too much jewelry. Oh, dear God. Truth. Truth, sister. I tell myself I'm going to sell it, so it's 17 inches long, the wearable length. So a good collar. Me, a collar is 16 inches, but 17 inches is pretty much an average collar. But it's 28 grams just on the chain. So 28 grams of silver and gold on the chain. And then when I weighed these 2 bits, it's 118 grams. Not that we really weigh vintage jewelry, you know. I keep the gram weight just for shipping. But I thought pretty incredible. I'm going to do the haul and then we're going to talk about glass. Okay, I got this beauty in today. Hey, Deb. Yeah, buy. These are, is it buy? Like B-Y-E. Is that how you say it? Is buy? Like violet. This is jet. The necklace is jet. Faceted jet. Of course, she's Victorian. Viola. Beautiful name. My grandmother's best friend's name was Viola. And they called her Vi too. This would be a hair keeper. And then this would either be open or you could put a photo in here. Or if you wanted to put a photo behind it, but it's deep. So they were usually hair keepers. I live about 2.5 hours south of London. But, yeah, I was going to tell you guys, I'll talk more about it. The 15th, 16th, and 17th, and the 18th, I'll be in London. Part of my birthday celebrations, my husband bought me front row tickets for My Fair Lady. So we're going to see My Fair Lady in the West End. And we both belong to a contractors group, because that's like what well, my husband's a nuclear engineer. We both technically are contractors because we buy and flip homes. But we're going to a contractors sort of convention at the House of Commons. So I'm going to take you guys to the House of Commons and into the House of Lords. Hey, Lori. I'll probably have to sneak to take you live, but that's okay. I'll get you in there. And it's amazing. They hold it on the venue. It's on the Thames, of course, the House of Commons. So you can see the London Eye. Hey, Sylvia. You'll see. And it's a big meeting and lots of wine and lots of hors d'oeuvres. The week of the 17th is Sunday. That Sunday is Father's Day. And we're actually going to have a sale that Sunday evening. But I'm going to take you live all the time, a lot of the time that I'm in London. So when I'm sourcing, you know, some of the sites, Portobello Road, a lot of you have wanted to go shopping on Portobello Road. So I'll take you shopping on Portobello Road. And I'm going to meet Lizzie London. This beauty. And she is quite lovely. With her original glass. And I'm of two minds. Vulcanite, I've had before, smells really bad. Okay, honey, don't worry. That's not this week. That's the following week that I'll be in London, right? Or is it next week? Oh, Christopher. I think it may be next week. Oh, yeah, we have to do, if Lizzie will go live, I'll do it. And I didn't close this. Oh, it is next week. Oh, so we're all going to be on holiday next week. Yeah, it doesn't smell like vulcanite. It doesn't. And it was sticky. It had, I think it's gutta percha. It had, you know, like the sticky granulation that I've had with gutta percha before. So, yeah, it doesn't smell like sulfur. It actually kind of smells sweet. And the unfortunate thing is, when you test jet, when you test gutta percha, when you test vulcanite, they all smear brown or black. So it is pretty much down to the smell. But this does smell sweet. It doesn't smell sulfuric, even when you get a rub. So I don't know. Yes, it is. She is fantastic, whatever she is. And I closed it. And with nails on, that's not going to happen. Okay, she's new. The big sterling glass. This is sterling, guys. Gilt sterling. And like magnifying. I don't know if it's magnifying or because of the shape of it, it actually magnifies. Because that's how glasses and magnifiers work anyway. Is actually the shape of the glass. I know the glass is pretty fantastic. And she's a weighty girl. What else is new? What else came in today? Oh, I know. Sorry, I had to get a drink. Do you remember the person that came in and was for my regulars, that came in and was talking about shells, some type of shell, high shell, something. And I said, the only kind of shells that I like in jewelry are mariner shells. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Vi. That's my thoughts on it. I know it's fabulous, and I have someone at Lang Antiques that's actually doing a research for me on that Maker's Mark, that Tay. Now, the class, the style, everything is indicative of the 70s. So I do believe it's a necklace from the 70s, but Tay, I've never run across that mark before. That designer, obviously. So I told that person the only kind of shells that I really like or that I'm into, Lang Antiques, they're a big research site in San Francisco. Oh, now I drink soda, now my tummy's upset. The necklace, I bought that from a dealer. That had a little vintage shop in Teignmouth. Yeah, it's there. It's in your head, girl. You just forgot. So, and I told that person, I said, the only shells that I really am interested in jewelry are called mariner shells. And they're like, mariner shells? Where are those from? And I said, they're very elusive, but they're from Tasmania. And I've only ever seen them in real life once before, until I bought these. Now they glow like pearls. And they're spelled Marineer. These ones are likely somewhere between Edwardian and Deco. That's when they started to dye them in pastels. It's a wearable length as well. I did measure it. Do I remember what it was? No. Do I remember where I just put the tape? Yes. Amazingly. Yeah, it was an odd conversation, but we did have it. Yeah, they're 17 inches. So they would fit like a collar. Kevin, someone, I think he subscribes to the channel. My apologies. We only had that one conversation with them. And I did go and look and check out his channel about these snails and these shells. And all he had was one slug with no shells. And I'm like, hey, where are the shells? So, but it was a big slug. These are little teeny tiny things. And they glow like pearls. So these are Mariner pearls from Tasmania. And they're quite rare and quite beautiful. And they're all doubled up. I've seen, what are you laughing about, Deb? I've seen like literally 5 or 6 of these go for silly money. And there are tons of them here. And apparently these local Tasmanian women, to make extra money, would gather these and put them together. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it was just one big slug. There was no shell. I'm like, okay, dude, where are the shells? No shell. That is new. And I'm trying to think. Oh, I wanted to show you. Ashley asked about the Butler and Wilson to be shown again. Of course, it's behind everything. But we'll show that again. And then when she watches this back, because I think she's working. Okay, why did I buy this? No, I told you Butler and Wilson is synonymous for quality. So that's one of the first reasons. The second, these are Moon Glow. And this is all glass. And they're heart-shaped. Petal, heart. It's got a long extender on it, so you could wear it as a choker. I think a choker at the shortest. Oh, hey, Ashley. Hang on. You missed what? Oh. Yeah, you missed that big honkin' sterling necklace. I know you missed that. That little thing. This blue is, it's sort of a sky blue. I'm measuring this for you, Ashley. Yeah, it sits at just about 16. Went at the shortest. And then it's got another 3, so it goes up to 19. So you can wear it from 16 to 19. And I showed you all of wiring. Haskell-esque. It's fantastic quality. And I don't think it's like dead vintage, like maybe 90s. But vintage enough and pretty enough for certain. You know, I buy newer jewelry for myself, and I've sold newer jewelry. I have one necklace here that's vintage too. I was thinking, oh, that's new. No, it's not. It's vintage. I like vintage. I like quality. So few things you find today that are made and built with quality. And if you do find things that are made and built with quality, then that's something to buy and something to hang on to. I'm not suggesting that you buy any of this jewelry as an investment. Well, no, that's a lie. Buy Niger as an investment. I was just talking to Julie messaged her, and we're trying to replace a necklace that the U.S. Post Office has lost. Well, we're trying to get it back, but if we did failing that, trying to replace it. I went to one of my Niger dealers and showed them the piece that I was after, because I do have one. Well, actually I have two that are very similar, but they're a good investment. So, well, they were. So she told me that she just bought one and she paid £300, and that's about, at the moment, $375 US. That's a dealer. So if a dealer is getting that price, the market price has to be around 500 US. It is lost. Well, tomorrow I have to meet with, I've got a lady in Canada who has a ring that hasn't turned up. And I filed on that. And then I filed on Julie's, and I haven't heard anything back. And I'm really upset. So I just said that I wanted to meet with the local manager at our district post office, and tomorrow I have to go in. So I'm going to be polite to a point, but I know it's only 2 packages, and how many do I put out? Anywhere from 15 to 20 a week for the last over 6 months, and only 2, but it's still 2. It's not 0. Well, no, there was one, but no, there were 2 others, but I got them back. One went missing right after it started selling, and it took me 3 months to get it back. And then Ashley had a package that was shipped out in April, and I got it last month. Have you got it yet, Ashley? Is she here? Yeah, I know. I don't expect anybody to be here continuously, but if she pops in, I'm wondering if she got her package back. You guys are quiet. Sylvia, I'm still waiting to get your ring back from Krabby. Hopefully tomorrow. Every time I go in there, he's always working on something. And I'm like, where's mine? And he'll point to the pile over there. Like, oh, come on, Bob. To be fair, I had a bunch of stuff, but I told him that first. Because the other stuff's for me. Not me personally, me to sell. But, you know, when an order has to go out, I put the order in front of whatever else I need. I think I'm going to have to look for like a backup Bob, because he's either busy or not there. I told you, he's 80 years old, 80 or 82, and like plays in a Led Zeppelin cover band. And I mean, I hope he never watches me, but he does like dude likes to party. I mean, it smells a little bit like a brewery every time I go in. And I don't think he drinks at work. I think that's just him. You know how some people drink and like when they perspire, it smells like alcohol. Yeah, he's a trip. He's a really good jeweler, but he's such a trip. Now, if I think of anything else, were there any more brooches that came in? I'm trying to think. Oh, another little critter. A little squirrel. And he's got a ruby eye. And it's a real ruby. He's vintage. I don't know if he's got a C-class, but who knows if that's... I think he's probably vintage as in like 1940s, 1950s. But he does have a little ruby eye, and he is squirrel, chipmunk, just cute. No, it's definitely squirrel, bushy tail. Chipmunks only have that little like boop tail. I am going to show the lockets tomorrow. What else is going on? Because Lori and a couple other people said, hey, you showed lockets and we never got to see them. Anything else new? Or can we move on to like school business? I think we can move on. Okay. Wait, let's put you down on the desk. Now you can see there's a pile of glass. And we'll just move that stuff back there. So, I've had a lot of people ask me about glass identification. The difference between glass crystal and quartz crystal. And how you can tell the difference. Well, part of it is working with it and handling it. So, me personally, I can usually tell what most glass is just by looking at it. But that's not going to help you. So, I've thought of some of the tips and tricks that I could give you to help you identify things. Now, this is, of course, Sabino. And how can we tell it's Sabino? Because it glows. All you want to do is hold it into the light. And if it's a quality Sabino, this is a quite old piece of Sabino. Don't know if they're quite pre-war. And that is not dirt. Those are actually impurities in the glass. And these are garnets. These are just cut and polished garnets. So that'll give you, and I mean, here's the clasp. And I think it's on the original silk cord. This is sort of a thing. Let's go from the length. That's all of this is will help you to identify the length of the piece. Not only the glass that's with it, or in this case, the gemstone that's with it. Sometimes the clasp wear out, and you really can't date things by the clasp. You could date a clasp, but you really can't date the piece by the clasp. This is, I'm going to say, probably 20 inches long. Oh, I'm good. Yes, it is 20 inches long. I get really upset when people say, well, you can date. Are you kidding me? Clasp wear out. I put together necklaces. I do use vintage clasp. I will not buy a new clasp. There you go. And then people take old clasp and put it on modern jewelry. Absolutely. And if you do this, if you sell, or if you buy quite a bit, it's too easy to be confused. So you have to learn how to date every bit of the component of what you're looking at, because it could be kerfuffled. Like someone can take it and mix it all up. Like, I'm not sure. It was a big thing, like Deco, Victorian and Deco, to use these garnet beads. And I really haven't, this piece is newer. I only got it last week. And I didn't even show you guys. I was actually thinking about restringing these Sabino with something else. Because, I mean, maybe you like this garnet look. Maybe that's your thing. But you could do a lot with these gorgeous beads. Faceted old Sabino. Come on. It's delish. So, then we have Opalite. And Opalite has actually been around for centuries. And the process of Opalite, this fractured, you see there's impurities in that bead too. Now, I wouldn't have strung that bead, me personally. This process, of the fracturing, is actually, it's called, oh gosh, is it Orazio or something of that order? It's Italian. And it actually means like frozen or fractured. But this is a gorgeous piece. Well, yeah, what they do, Jane, they actually take the glass, and it's very like tricky process. they dip it into freezing cold water. So they take the molten glass and, you know, a lot of them explode. So that's why this is a valuable bead. Yeah, well, they have to anneal glass. That's what they call it when they temper it. And when you make glass, if you don't add like baking soda, it's actually baking soda. If you don't add baking soda, it takes twice the temperature. So it takes around 4,000 degrees to make molten glass. But if you add, not baking soda, washing soda. So if you take washing soda, bicarbonate of whatever that is, and they add that to the glass, that actually makes it so you can melt it at around 2,000 degrees. Well, crystal is actually, yeah, bicarbonate, like borax. All it is fine silica. Glass is a very easy recipe. Anybody could make it if you have a hot enough kiln. And I've actually even seen people make it over like a charcoal grill. No, don't worry. We're just getting into glass. Glass isn't actually an easy, I think the mixture is like 20 to 30% that you use, like borax, you know, oh gosh, I wish I'd like write my thoughts down. But yeah, what you add to it definitely changes the properties. And if you don't use a fine silica, the glass will turn green. And, you know, this is clearly clear. So they must have used a very fine silica. Here's the new piece, Julie. Ooh. It's gilt sterling, 1970s. Signed, not, you know, Hallmark 925, and then a maker Tay. I've got someone from Lang University trying to find who this maker is, because they got me stumped, and that doesn't happen often. But yeah, I am. So we're going back to the glass. It is very 70s. I love it. You know, I was little during that era, but still love it. It's bougie and it's elegant, so, you know, I'm going to go for it. So, Jane brought up a good point. It's what you add to the glass that makes the glass. Now, what we add to the glass, or what they add to the glass to make it crystal, is lead. What makes crystal, what gives crystal the properties to sparkle is lead. Sparkly glass contains lead. Now, it can be as little as 5%. And they even consider 12%. Hey, Jay. They even consider 12% in jewelry to be full crystal, to be full lead crystal. But a talented crystal maker can work up with up to 33%. But it's very difficult to manage the shape of it when it has 33%. So things like Baccarat, and Ashley was showing me Lalique glass, and she was like, oh my God, why is this so expensive? And I said, because it's Renee Lalique. And sometimes a name is priceless. But quite often it's crystal. And the reason it is so expensive is because, yes, it's very difficult to work with. And that's why crystal is more expensive than glass. And it's prettier. Come on, it's prettier. Now, yeah, this is crystal. I have 2 or 3 of these beautiful cubed Art Deco crystal necklaces. And yeah, lead makes glass sparkle. If you see a glass necklace, and it sparkles, there's lead, there's crystal. I mean, this is crystal, and I think I do have this one in glass. So let me look and see if I can find the glass one. Where are the cubes? Now watch me have them out here. And I do. Okay. Now I'm going to show them to you. And we're gonna play a little game. There are these. And there are these. Now both of them sparkle. So clearly there is lead in both of them. I mean, my first indication that these are a little better quality would be that these beads are on chain. And I'm talking about the original, if it's on the original. These are on the original, and they're on silk. Still good quality. But can you see the difference in the crystal? If I showed you the 2 of these, could you pick which is the more expensive of the 2? Right? You can see the difference. You can see the quality. My goal is to get you, to train you, you know, to be able to spot the quality. So the price on these, the difference in price would be, I mean, they're both Art Deco. They're both lead crystal. But these would be, yes, the left hand is more expensive. And yes, there is a big weight difference. There you go, Jane. The more sparkle, that's the ticket. The more sparkle, the more money, the more expensive they are, because it's the higher the lead content. And it was harder to work with. I mean, I want to show you, they're nearly the identical length. Well, fairly, I mean, we can weigh them, but these are heavier. And that's what you need to do to help you learn, is to buy two of the same pieces and feel the weights. Look at the sparkle. Look for the cutting. You know, when you have rock cut like this, you want to see precision. All of these things are going to be indicative and point to quality. Now, these are the ones that I'm not going to show because Deb wants them. Yeah, it would definitely be noticeable if you had two of the same pieces and there was better quality. Now, I mean, you can be, if you're in a shop and you're looking for something. Hi, Cindy. And I'm sorry, I'm not like really following chat. I'm kind of, but you know, I get carried away when I'm teaching. So if I've missed some comments, I'll need to scroll back. These are, I've showed the, Deb has said she wants them, and I won't sell them because she wants them. So and she's, I am missing your jokes, so I'll have to go back. These are rock cut, and these are quartz crystal. Natural quartz crystal. So you're going to get the shine off of them, but are you getting the intensity and the shine that the full lead crystal has? No. You're not going to get the sparkle. The cuts will give you the rainbow effect, but you're not going to get the intense sparkle that you will on a piece of fine lead crystal. But then you might say, well, why go with the natural ones? And how do I tell the natural ones from? I mean, the only reason I like the natural ones over the lead are these stay ice cold. And that is a good indicator when you're looking for natural quartz crystal, is the piece should feel like, almost like ice. They do, and that, Jane, that is why I put this white paper behind the piece. So you can see that when you put them down on a piece of white paper, they almost look gray. Everybody loves this one, but it is an investment. Now, when you put the fine lead crystal ones down, they are, hence the name, crystal clear. There's no grayness to them. And there shouldn't be. There shouldn't be grayness. There shouldn't be green. If they look green, then they didn't have a fine sand, and the sand contained iron, and iron will turn the glass green. Do I have some cheap glass here that looks green? That's not uranium, because we all know that's green. I think I do. I don't really keep it around. I thought I had a piece. I'm not sure that I have an example right this second, right at hand. But I do have some glass that it's not great quality. Just think of a drinking glass, like especially like a Coke bottle. You know how that looks greenish? That's glass that contains iron. They don't use great sand to make that glass because it's going to be recycled. Okay, I showed these the other day. Now these aren't, they're quartz. But this is actually clear to the colored. Oh, let me put the white paper behind it. Some of these actually even go into smoky. And they're not rock crystal. Hi, Anna. But they are quartz. Natural clear quartz, but now these are natural quartz. And they're rock crystal, but they're not the highest quality. Does it make them less beautiful? No. Are they still cold? Yes. Still a beautiful necklace. Well, and big and long. Let's see. I think I pulled out some examples of that's some more lead. I was like, that's the rock. Here we go. On chain. Oh my gosh, that was my stomach making that growling noise. Hi, Terry. Hey, last day of vacation. Oh, poopy. Yeah, I was telling everybody I'm going to London next week, and Deb reminded me that it is next week. So we won't have a sale on Friday next week. We'll have a sale on Sunday, Father's Day. Oh my gosh, that is my belly. Okay, rock cut, on chain. That's the new one for this week. I guess, I will bring some crystal out. I do have tons of it. Now, I showed you guys the cranberry glass the other day. And this is, of course, cranberry crystal. Yeah, a lot of people can't get to jewel school. So, I mean, where we'll get like 14, 15, 20, 25 people in here, I will get, a few hundred views of people checking it out afterwards, which is fine. Please check out my content. Please learn. Please, especially resellers. Go ahead. Do you remember I showed you that beautiful rhubarb glass necklace, the 1930s one, that is quite buried, and I said Atlas glass, rhubarb glass. I said the white looks like selenite, the mineral and the crystal selenite. Now, I pulled the white one out for you. If you didn't know any better and you only knew rocks and gems, you would swear this was selenite. It's a Russian technique. Well, they invented it. Just like the French are well known for a camphor glass. And Sabino glass. Sabino, which is funny because Sabino was really Italian, but made glass in France. Jay, I don't think, did you see the other? It would be like, let me see how buried it is. We'll try to get it out of here. Here we go. This is the iris or rainbow Atlas glass. And then down to iris and rainbow crystal. Thank you. I thought it was pretty. I think it's negligee when it dangles like that. And this one is nice. It has a bit of length for people that don't like to wear things too short. That's it'll be 22 inches long. Oh gosh, look at the litter on my desk. Yes, yeah, that one will be in there, honey. I usually do a recap, but guess what we did? We did school. But this is really meant to be school anyway. Julie, did you see the mariner pearl or the pearls? They look like pearls, mariner shells. The Tasmanian. You're not really a pearl girl. Now, I know you didn't see this. Can one of my mods put the spelling in? A or Marineer. Yeah, Jules, I gotta get a pen to open the darn thing because my nails, you know. I usually have a big hat pin here, but did I get one out? No, I just had it open and then I closed it and, you know, not good. Look them up before the auction. Marineer. So it's got a hair keeper with the glass and the brass, and it's all molded, and it doesn't really smell sulfur, kind of smells sweet. So 2 E's. Mariner, that's the correct spelling, like as in a mariner, a person who works at sea, but it's Marineer, and they're Tasmanian. And those are somewhere between Victorian, Edwardian, and Art Deco. Art Deco's, they're early, but they're not, you know. It's a morning cameo. And I'm torn whether it's Gutta Percha or Vulcanite. I've seen examples of her in both. It does not smell sulfuric. And Vulcanite, you usually don't get this really crisp detailing. So I'm leaning more to Gutta Percha. Beautiful condition, right? This is because when I got it, it was filthy. She's got sort of a pretty necklace on. She's definitely Victorian. You can see her Roman profile. Yeah, it had probably a good 100 years worth of dirt on it when I got it. Of course, it got cleaned. They're molded, Jane. She'd actually be molded. She was molded and applied. She's not carved. She's not part of the cameo. She's applied. You see there's some screws here. Well hidden, but they're there. She's actually applied to the cameo. She was molded. No, that's all right. That's what I'm here to do, is to teach you. Now, the one I showed yesterday, the jet, this was carved. The IMO in memory of. That's carved. This beautiful little jet brooch, that's carved. These pieces were molded. It's on a jet chain. It's on a lovely jet chain. Oh, that big jet piece. Oh my. The picture's hand painted, yes. So it has a jet necklace, this, and then a big long guard. Jet is hard and jet is brittle. And that's why it's often in round shapes. And these carved bits are gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Very detailed. It's a cool piece. That's a cool piece. But you guys know I like to find cool things. Learned something new today, and I'll share with you guys. Now, I showed you this piece that I will show tomorrow. And I assumed that this piece was check. Oh no, I'm assuming it's tangled. Oh, come on. Yeah, it wants to mix it up with the lovely little check voxel glass necklace. Okay, to me and behave. I thought this piece was check. The Sabino, or it's definitely Sabino, but it's Givre, right? You know, the glass that has two colors. Then I found out that this beautiful Opalite Sabino slash Givre colored glass is actually German, and it's called Sabino glass. So Givre would be the technical term because it has two colors, right? Sabino would be the technical term because it has the chemical composition of Sabino glass. But when you combine the two of them, it's called Sabrina glass. And I paid up for this, and I'll tell you, I put up a fight. I like fought over it for a couple weeks. But you see where it's at. Okay. Now, hey Deborah, I'm just getting ready to wrap things up, unfortunately. Just going over some crystals, some glass. Yeah, in a geek, it was exciting for me too, in a geeky jewelry way. I love to learn things, and then when I learn them, I pass them on to you. Because whether you're a buyer, oh, thanks, sweetheart. Whether you're a buyer or you're a seller, or if you're just interested in jewelry, or, you know, or you're just becoming interested in jewelry, it's good to be educated and to know what you're looking at, to know what you're buying. Yes, we saw you like that, Jay. I think we all saw that. Well, I'm going to let you all run and do whatever you do in your lives. And I'm sure there are people on this evening And you can head off to their sales. Just remember little old Killer Queen Vintage tomorrow. And I will see you all then. 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 7, is it 7? Yeah, 3 hours difference. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and midnight for me. So we'll let the games begin tomorrow. I'll see you all. Thank you all for coming in. It was lovely to meet you, Vi, and anybody else that was watching. Yes, it's the witching hour. Witching hour for witches. And the ones that start with B's. Oh my gosh. Yeah, just met her. She said Haley recommended her, which is so sweet. Good night, Ramel. Good night, my queens and kings. And I'll see you all. That was lovely to meet you too, dear. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Hopefully.